Now here's one for you from the Washington Compost. When Lonnie Holmes, 21, was released from prison last year, officials in Washington, D.C. offered something unusual to try and keep him alive. Money. They began paying Holmes as much as $1,000 a month not to commit another gun crime. Can you believe this? In Richmond, Virginia, the city has hired ex-convicts to mentor dozens of its most violent offenders, allows them to take unconventional steps if it means preventing the next homicide. Cities across the country, beginning with the District of Columbia, are moving to copy Richmond's controversial approach because early indications show it has helped reduce homicide rates. These are city-paid mentors. They operate at a distance from police. To maintain the trust of the young men they're guiding, mentors do not inform police of what they know about crimes committed, at least twice. That may have allowed suspected killers in the stipend program to evade responsibility for their homicides. For example, the mentors have coaxed inebriated teenagers threatening violence into city cars, not for a ride to jail but home to sleep it off, sometimes with loaded firearms still in their waistbands. The mentors have funded trips to South Africa, London, Mexico City for rival gang members in hope that shared experience and time away from the city streets would ease tensions and forge new connections. And when the elaborate efforts and engagement fail, the mentors still pay those who pledge to improve, even when, like Holmes, they're caught with a gun or worse, suspected of murder. What do you think about that? I think it's crazy. If somebody's suspected of murder, why are we paying them? On the hope that they won't commit murder again? On the hope that they'll mentor somebody? What the hell is this? And they can say that this has reduced some violent crime. How do they know that? I don't see how they know that at all. But now this is going on. This is the next fad. Paying violent criminals to not be violent criminals. I know you sit there and you say, I'm a hardworking American citizen. I don't bother anybody. I don't break any laws. I certainly don't commit felonies, let alone murder. I want to live in my own community. I don't want to take anything from anybody else. I want to pay for my own health care. But they make it harder and harder. They're changing the country with open borders. They're demanding that I pay more taxes. They're regulating me out of business and out of a job. I've got this Obamacare where the premiums are through the roof, where the deductibles are through the roof, where I'm subsidizing other people and I can't afford it myself. I can't afford college for my kids, but illegal aliens get in-state tuition. Nobody's paying me to follow the law, and yet murderers, or suspected murderers, are getting paid to follow the law. What the hell is this? And then I'm being told that there's now an opportunity grant out there for people to live in my community who can't afford their homes, but my community's going to subsidize them too. Because they're discriminated against, not based on race, mind you, that's already illegal, based on income opportunity. So the government's involved in my neighborhood. The government's involved in my health care. The government's involved in the school system. The government's involved in the immigration issue to the negative effect. The government's controlling whether I can be profitable or not as a small business person, or whether I can keep my job as somebody who works. It's crazy out there. Welcome to liberaldom. Welcome to Ameritopia.